Today I am going to attempt to make a baby hat that will have a toe, like the toe of the sock, that closes up the top of the hat. So we're going to start off by putting our setup bonnet on, and we'll knit some rows with our waste yarn, put in a ripcord, and then hang our hem. You've seen all of that before, so I'll probably fast forward through that. Okay, I'm going to come around here and I'm going to stop at the 6 o'clock position, and I am going to raise the needles on the back half of the cylinder. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do then is engage my heel spring on my mast, and I'm also going to switch from hanging my weight directly to my setup bonnet, and I am going to put on my buckle so that's a little bit closer to the top. And then I'm also going to add my heel fork. I had a set of 3 heel forks that came with my machine, and they were really difficult to use. This thing is called a Sweet Spot heel fork. And I don't know if I've found the sweet spot. Obviously I probably haven't yet, but this is the weight that hangs on that fork. And it is supposed to go, you hang it from the inside of the cylinder, but on the outside of the knitting, and about 6 rows from the top, and about 6 stitches in from each end. Okay, well, I am not in the right position. Let's see if I can get that out. They're sort of pokey too. I mean sharp. Okay. Let's see if we go straight up in here. Okay. I think I'm closer to that side than this side, but I'm going to go with it for right now. We'll see what happens. So these needles on the back are out of work right now, so they will not knit. These needles on the front will knit. So we're going to crank around till we're on the back needles. And the first step is to raise 2 needles on the right side, and then I'm going to just raise these first 2 up a bit. On many machines I don't think you need to do that, but mine do not seem to knit correctly unless I do that, so I will do that. Okay, so here's our first pass. That looks like we're good. right? We come around to the back and we need to come all the way over here to the green marks. Again, many machines you can stop here at the 12 o'clock position, but mine does not seem to work well that way. So now we're raising 2 stitches on the left side, and we're going to slightly raise the first 2 needles that are working needles. And we're going to go back. Okay, that looked good. Now on that first pass, we raised 2 needles on each side. From now on, we're just going to raise 1 needle until we get to this needle that is flanked by white. And that will be the last decrease that we need to make. So I'm going to raise 1 needle on this side and slightly raise the first 2 to make sure they knit. Okay, we come all the way around here. We're going to raise 1 needle to put it out of work and slightly raise the next 2 to make sure that they knit. Okay, I think I'm going to try and adjust my heel spring. All right, so I'm going to raise 1 needle, slightly raise the first 2. Raise 1 needle on the left and slightly raise the first 2. There we go. Raise 1 needle on the right, slightly raise the first 2. Raise 1 needle on the left. Again, slightly raise the first 2. Oops, we didn't make it. Didn't go quite far enough. Let me slightly raise these first 2 again. I did figure out that if things aren't looking right, you can turn around and go back, and sometimes you can fix it. So I'm raising this one, take it out of work, slightly raise those 2. Raise 1. Doing this slowly really helps me see what's going on, and it does make a difference in how I do things. Okay, I'm going to raise this needle on the left, slightly raise those, and then I'm going to adjust my heel spring up a little higher and in a little more. Okay, so I've already raised those. I'm ready to go back. There's 1 on the right, slightly raise 2. Raise one, nudge those up a bit. Okay. Raise one, nudge up, and I think I'm gonna once again move those in, but I've already done my raising. I'm almost to the spot. A couple more needles to raise on each side. Make sure we get all the way over here before we go back. Raise one, nudge two up, raise one, nudge two up, okay, this is my last one to raise on this side, but I still need to nudge these up to go back. Raise one, nudge those two up so I am to the correct spot, and we'll go back and do this pass, and then we're going to start increasing. Okay, and when we increase, I have to make sure that I think it's kind of the opposite. So at this point, the yarn between the last stitch. Okay, so I need to lower 2 needles on the right side of the cylinder. And I'm not going to lower them all the way. Well, I am going to lower them all the way right now because I need to pick up this yarn that is in front of them and make it go in back of them. And then I'm going to nudge them up a little bit. Make sure that everything's open. Right, so now I'm gonna push down 2 on this side, no more lifting, and I'm gonna take this yarn and put it behind those 2. And then I need to make sure both of those are open, and I'm gonna nudge them up just a little bit. Go back the other way, making sure they knit. Oh, the grid lock. Now from now on we're just going to do 1 on each side, but every time we're going to have to move the yarn to the other side. So the yarn we need to pick up, move behind that needle, and we need to make sure the latch is open. Back over here, put 1 down. I'm going to put the yarn behind. Make sure the latch is open. Okay, 1 more down, Bring the yarn to the other side. Make sure that latch is open. Let's nudge these first two up a bit. Whoops, not too much, but just a bit. One down. Yarn up and over that one. Make sure the latch is open and nudge those two up. We're just going to keep repeating this, but I am going to go slowly throughout the whole thing because I really would like it to work. And I feel much better doing it slowly. Gotta watch out when you're putting them up and over because it's easy to close that latch. Okay, I think I'm gonna adjust my heel springs. Oh, look at that inside of there. Well, you can't see it because my hand's in the way. Look at that heel. I will hold it out with my thing. Or toe, it's a toe. Okay, so we're gonna come back around. Go down, up and over. Make sure everything's open. Nudge those two up a bit and come back. Down. Take that yarn behind, make sure the latch is open, nudge those two up a bit, and come back. Down, up and over, latch open, nudge, nudge. Down, up and over. That one's up, that one's up a bit. Got just a few more to go. I don't want to start celebrating early because I can still mess this up, I'm pretty sure. Okay, down, up and over, latch open, nudge that one up. Yarn up and over. Latch is open, that one's up. We'll put that one up a bit. Down. Yarn up and over. Those two are nudged up. Okay, so then we'll go down. That'll be my last one on this side. Up and over. That is up, that is up. We're going to go back around to the other side. I think I had a mess up right here. Maybe I didn't take it up and over. Okay. Then we're going to come back. Oops. Let's go all the way over here. Nudge these two up. And I'm going to stop at the 6 o'clock position. And we're going to put the rest of our needles back into service. Going to check that everything is open. And we're going to do one round. And then we're going to add our waste yarn in. Okay. Can cut this yarn. Bring it in. We won't have to use our heel spring anymore because we're not going back and forth. But I do still want to leave this weight on because there's so much extra fabric right in here. Yeah, I had that one little snafu. I think it will be okay. I think I can close up any hole that might cause. But I'm pretty sure I have a almost good heel. Or toe, a toe. A toe at the top of a hat. And then I'll have to Kitchener that together, which I'm not going to do on camera. The Kitchenering, you know, I've got that down from hand knitting. So this is really about learning how to use the machine. Do about 10 rounds with our waste yarn. And then we're going to pop this off of the machine and we'll take a look at it. Afterwards, I'll add in a picture of the finished hat. Okay. We're good. I'm going to take that heel spring off, or not heel spring, the heel weight off. I'm also going to take the main weight off, and I'll just pull down on this and it will come off. Okay. If you look at this, it does look like a toe. And so right along here we're going to Kitchener together where the waste yarn and the project yarn meet. I think we made a toe. Thank you so much for watching. I'll add a picture of this in, and we'll try again tomorrow to make one that's even a little more perfect. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye.